Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about why the Parasite movie won so many awards at the Oscars in 2020, which was just last Sunday, which is yesterday for me. And it won 4 awards, one for Best Picture, and it was the first non-English speaking film to win that award. Then it won for Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and I think one for Best Foreign Film, right? So this is the clip showing the cast winning. So if you guys haven't watched Parasite was a movie that was released in August 2019, which was last year, middle of last year. It's a Korean film which surpasses a genre. So it's like it starts off as a comedy and then it becomes more like a thriller. If you watch, I think the thing to compare it to probably it's what's that movie name? The Evil Dead, right? It's something like you get mind blown halfway through. You didn't expect the movie to take such a weird turn. So this happens in this movie as well. And what makes it a masterpiece, right, is that it is a metaphor for society, the division between the rich and the poor, right? So there are two families in this movie. They are the Kim family and the Park family. And the Park family is the rich family, while the Kim family is the poor family, right? And the the Kim family, they are not only poor, they are also they are like a family of con artists, so they're really funny and they con their way into the house of the Park family. Now, thinking about that kind of premise, it's more like a comedy, and it starts out like a comedy because how it starts is basically, well, let me just quickly show you the trailer here. This is the first trailer of Parasite. So you see the family here, they are very poor, they live in this place with a window, right? I always remember window in this movie because they use a window as a metaphor to how poor they are. So they live in this apartment where they always look out and it's a very like poor scene. So what happens at the beginning of the movie is this guy, the son of the Kim family, the poor family, he gets introduced by his friend to the Park family to become the tutor of their daughter, to teach her, I think, mathematics. Yeah, I'm not very sure what he was teaching her. But anyway, he gets introduced to the family, and then he gets to know about the family. Just like a con artist, he gets to know that the mother of the family needs a tutor for the son in art, and he introduces his sister. Later on, he also introduces his father as well, not him, I think it was the sister who introduced the father as the driver, and then the father introduced the mother as the housemaid. So it's really funny at the beginning. So to be honest, when I first watched it, it was a week before the Oscars, so I didn't expect it to win in the Oscars because it was not really my kind of movie. You can see it's a Korean movie, and I don't really like the setting, to be honest. And the view, the perspective of it being the upper class and the lower class, well, that metaphor for society didn't, for me, I have my own philosophy as well. I might as well speak about it here since this movie is about philosophy. And as you know, in all my videos, I've always been genuine. I've always told you guys like what I think about stuff. But it's not just because I want my face to always appear here. It's because I want to build a branding about my philosophy. As you can see when you subscribe to my to my YouTube channel, there is a philosophy video where I talk about my philosophy about being present in the moment, and the 3 things about the chain of cause and effects. When you do something, something else happens. Just like in the movie, right? You do something, something else happens, and sometimes things just takes a turn for the worse or takes a turn for the better. It just goes 180 degrees. So you never know what's going to happen. And this exactly this happens in the movie, you get mind blown because you're expecting a comedy, suddenly it changes into like a horror or a thriller kind of movie, and people think it's really great. To me, it's it's just life. And the thing in my principle of great doubt, which is my philosophy, is that do not attach to things, because when you attach to things, you it will cause suffering. Attachment causes suffering, and this is what happens in the movie as well. And the guy talks about that as well. And in the third principle of my great doubt philosophy is that to alleviate suffering, you have to have acceptance, and acceptance of things that are. So you accept things, but doesn't mean that you don't do something about it. It's just that you don't just go on complaining about it and not acting, but you do act in the moment, right? And in this movie, they do act in the moment, but I feel that it doesn't really describe how to solve things, because in the end of the movie, nothing is really solved. So it's more of a commentary of the social order in society right now. Right? It says it starts out at something and then it ends up something else, which is basically throughout, like in the middle of the movie, what happens is they manage to infiltrate this rich family, so they become like parasites, and things then take a 180-degree turn. They find out that, but I don't want to give spoilers, so I'm just going to tell you that they find out that this family has something hidden in a closet, right? So the commentary here is that there are actually poorer people, although you think that you are one of the poorest, right? There are people who do worse than you in life. And well, as a poor family in this movie, you sort of con your way through everything, which is kind of sad, to be honest. And there we go, you see the rich family's house here. So there are a lot of scenes. What's so great about this movie is that, every scene is really well composed, right? You don't feel bored because you don't know what's going to happen next, and every scene has some hidden symbolism, right? Or maybe you want to think of it that way, I don't know. If you go and Google online, you will find that a lot of people have associated a lot of philosophy with this movie. I don't know if all the philosophy is correct, but you see what you want to see, right? It's like an abstract piece of art. In fact, they mention it in this movie when the hero was looking at the art piece of the rich boy's art piece. So he drew some art which is like abstract art, which is actually like kids art, and then he came up with some explanation for it. But was that explanation the right explanation? We don't know. He was actually a con artist, so obviously he was just making up stuff. And in this movie, well, the way I'm describing it, it's also making up stuff. But why it's so great is that it has the ability to make you think about what it represents in life, right? And it has that major, right? You really know, you can see it. There are a lot of characters walking up the stairs, walking down the stairs, which represent, when you walk up the stairs, it's the positive side of life, becoming richer, becoming more powerful. When you walk down the stairs, you become less rich, you become the lower class of society, which is kind of sad actually. And the movie takes a look at this whole social order and social structure. So if you look at it this way, because I went into the movie not knowing about all this, and I didn't even know what the movie was about. I was like, okay, Parasite sounds like a horror movie, but it's not a horror movie. It starts out like a comedy, and then I was like, okay, probably a comedy. And then suddenly in the middle of the movie, it's like, what happened? It was suddenly like a complete twist. When everybody felt comfortable, there was a 180-degree turn, and that's what life is about as well. 180-degree turn. They find out something that that's, like I said, that's a hidden, something hidden, the skeleton in the closet of the rich family. But the whole point of this movie is that the rich family, okay, it doesn't make you feel like there's anything in particularly wrong about the rich family. They are not particularly bad or anything. It's just that they are very fake, right? If you know, in society, rich families get married because of status, right? Rich families get married because of status. And I'm sure if you are viewing this now, I have friends from rich families. I'm not rich, by the way. I don't come from a rich family. So I have friends from rich families because I mix with people from all classes. And like I said, I don't view society in a very structured way. So I guess I'm kind of weird. So when I watched this movie, it didn't really make that much. I don't associate with it that much, right? But the point is, if you come from a rich family, you usually marry for status, and you have like a fake marriage which you pretend is very nice. So in this movie, what happens is that Mr. Kim, which is the guy, the father of the poor family, was asking the rich family, Mr. Park, the husband of the rich family, whether he loves his wife, and he emphasized that twice, right? Whether he loves his wife, and Mr. Park just said, well, that's what we call love, right? I mean, like, he loves his wife as much as what people call love, but in actual fact, right, they're actually emphasizing that, it's not that he really loves his wife as Mr. Kim does. So, poor people who come from poor families actually marry more for love versus from rich families who marry more for status, right? Of course, there are always exceptions to the rule, and well, I'm also one of the few people who don't think like normal people. I don't think like I belong to a certain class, right? I'm an entrepreneur myself, so I try to transcend class. If you notice, entrepreneurs, they come from different classes in society, and they all help each other. But in this movie, it's pretty sad. It's like when I lived in Japan, there is a social hierarchy. Like, if you are a rich person, you don't expect a poor person to, you don't support a poor person to come up to the same rank as you. But as an entrepreneur, I have mixed with a lot of people who try to elevate you to the same social class, so that we all can become better. And that's the mindset that I have. And if you guys are viewing this, if you ever feel stuck in life, in society, you can always contact me. We would think of a way to build things together. I like to build companies. We can build companies, and then we can advance from there. The whole point is to network with the right people, and a lot of people do not dare to take risks, and that's the thing with this movie, I feel, as well. The poor family, the way they take risks is they're trying to scam the rich family. They're trying to be con artists, but you don't have to do that. I feel that that's one thing I didn't like about the movie. Like, I guess sometimes you feel like, okay, I mean, it said in the movie that because they are poor, they have to resort to not being nice to con their way through. I mean, he was I think it was Mr. Park or Mr. Kim, right, the poor guy. He was saying that, look, if I were rich, I would be nice too. I don't think that's the way it should be. If you're poor, you can be nice as well. It's just that you have to be genuine, you have to know what you want, you have to network with the right people so that you can build what you want. Okay. Then I understand in certain societies, like the Korean societies, maybe it's not so easy, but like I said, you can move around the world now. So mobility around the world, you can be like a digital nomad, you can work anywhere in the world these days. So things are different now. But this addresses a lot of people in society who are still stuck in social classes. So I'm going to show you the second trailer here. You can see here there's a very stark contrast between the rich family and the poor family. See, this guy, he's the hero, he's looking outside to see the window of the rich family. See, the window is always about windows, right? And you see that outside the window of the house of the rich family, it's very nice. Outside the house of the poor family, it's very ugly. So that's a lot of metaphor here, and when you see that, you realize that even when the poor family cons their way into the rich family, they never really fit in, and just then that was what the hero was telling that girl that he was tutoring, that he doesn't really fit in. And that's true because he conned his way into the rich family, right? So obviously he doesn't really fit in. But of course, the daughter of this poor family, she kind of fits in because she's more ruthless in that sense, that she knows that you have to con your way through. You can't always be nice. So she sort of fits into the mold of the bad rich family, the pretentious one, the one that says, look, I have to remain in power, I have to step on everyone else who's not in power. You can see this in politics right now, American politics. People who are in power use their power to step on people who have no power. So it's about arrogance. You see that in Mr. Park. He looks like a really nice guy, and there was nothing really bad about him until you see the small cracks, like where Mr. Kim asks him whether he loves his wife, for example, and then you see him not caring about Mr. Kim at all when Mr. Kim experiences, let's just say, a certain disaster, because there's a lot of killing. Okay, I'll tell you that. Okay, I won't spoil too much for you, but there is killing, there is blood. You can see some of it there in the second part of the movie, right? And then you can start to say, hey, this is like Evil Dead. People are dying. But that's not it in this movie, because there's also a third part in the movie where there's redemption for actually Mr. Kim trying to con his way into the Mr. Park's family. So now his whole family gets the retribution, like I said, cause and effect, just like in Great Dog. You do something bad, a chain of events will occur in a way that will affect you, and it affects Mr. Kim's family because of what they have done, and they are put in a situation where they can't turn back anymore, right? They're so far into it, they just can't turn back because they have not led a genuine life. And that's why I keep telling you guys that you need to lead a genuine life. You need to be who you are, right? In whatever you do. And that's why I'm also creating these videos. I like to tell you guys about what I do. That's why you see in all my videos. It's so, it's about things I love to do. I haven't put a lot of my philosophy in, but you can see it, like I said, in my introductory video. And I would actually talk more about it in more of my videos. But in this video, I just wanted to create this video to tell you guys about Parasite, is how they become like a masterpiece. To me, well, I'll give it a rating of probably I would say 7/10, because I don't really like that, that perspective. I don't follow the crowds. Everybody's saying that, oh, it's a masterpiece, 10/10 right now. But last week I watched it. It was a 7/10 for me, and I still think it's a 7/10. I like the fact that it has hidden meaning, hidden layers. But the thing is, you can actually observe that in a lot of other movies if you just want to take a look at it. The only problem with it that I feel personally, it doesn't tell you a solution to the division between the upper class and the lower class. In fact, in this movie, there was a scene where there's this rock where the guy uses a rock to try to kill someone, but actually the rock floats, right? So actually it's not a real rock, it's a hollow rock. So it's a fake rock. So in a way, it's a hollow rock, right? So this movie to me feels like a hollow rock, but then again, it manages to give me that metaphor. So it's not really a hollow rock. It actually is a masterpiece. So that's what makes it so special, right? There's a lot of hidden meaning. If you watch it more than once and you think about it, there's a lot of subtlety to it, sublime things that it affects your subconscious, that you think of it and it will tell you, it narrates to you the way society works. I don't want to get too much into spoilers. I probably can create another spoiler video if you guys are interested. So you guys just tell me what you want to hear from me, like what reviews you want from me. You want to hear more about philosophy, about I've got like 109 subscribers now, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I've seen the subscriber count going up recently, and like I said, if you guys want me to talk about anything in particular, just tell me. Just tell me why you guys have subscribed, because I have really no idea sometimes, because I've talked about a wide variety of topics. But like I said, the main thing that ties everything together is my philosophy of life. I try to be happy as much as I can. I try to be in the moment as much as I can. I'm not perfect, but if you guys need help, just reach out to me, okay? I'm here for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next review in whatever video I'm doing. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye now.